How powerful is Megumin's explosion? Throughout the anime, Megumin's explosion magic has been pretty much the get out of jail free card for the party. Frogs? Zombies? Mobile moving robot death machines? You get the picture. But how powerful is her explosion exactly? And how does she match up against real-life military explosives? So, for a little background, there are 3 levels of magic in the Konosuba world. Basic, something like create water, all the way to advanced level magic with some crazy shit like Light of Saber. Similar to this scale, but technically different, there exists the Detonation series of magic. The levels are Blast Magic, Detonation Magic, and finally Explosion Magic, with Blast being the least powerful and Explosion the most powerful. Actually, Detonation should be the most powerful, as Detonation is the chemical reaction that creates the explosion spread through. Newsflash, there isn't actually a proper way to measure the power of a fictional explosion. So, the way we'll be comparing them is through the crater size formed after the explosion, through good old-fashioned pixel measurements. And we're gonna be comparing that with real-life explosives. Note, this is not scientific in any way, because there isn't a lot of peer-reviewed research papers available on magical explosions. I tried using an explosion simulator for this video, but whatever that's available to the general public is really vague for obvious reasons. If anyone is gonna ask for in-depth sources on whatever I say,
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Let's start with this shot from Season 1, Episode 2. Kazuma's canonical height is 165 centimeters. In this shot, he's approximately 89 pixels long. From that, each pixel in this shot is around this many centimeters. The crater, measuring from end to end, has a diameter of 1,804 pixels. 1,804 times this number, the crater has a diameter of this centimeters, which is around 33 meters or 108 feet long. Actually, due to the angle of the shot, Kazuma isn't exactly 89 pixels tall, meaning that fine, let's get another data point. Let's use this shot as well, alright? According to Mal, Aqua is 158 cm tall. In this shot, she's 314 pixels tall. The frog is 1439 pixels long. Do the math, the frog is 724 cm long or slightly over 7 meters. Here, the diameter of this crater is 1945 pixels long. If we assume the frogs are all of the same length, the crater's actual length is around 4,924 centimeters, which is around 49 meters or 160 feet long. Let's take the average of these two craters and conclude that for the rest of the video, the diameter of the average crater that Megumin creates from her explosion is 41 meters or 134 feet long. Here's 2 more things we'll be assuming for the sake of the video, because I don't want to nitpick about physics in a world where cabbages probably have more military might than some small countries here. Firstly, Megumin's explosion occurs just on the surface of the ground, as opposed to mid-air or under the ground where crater size might vary. And secondly, the material of the surface, like soil types, rock, stone, are all negligible in our comparisons. Because I just don't want to deal with this. Now, let's get familiar with a real-life comparison. This is the Mark 80 series of general-purpose conventional bombs used by the US military. The smallest, the Mark 82, is a 500-pound bomb and creates a crater of up to 10.7 meters in diameter. Way too small. The biggest, the Mark 84, is 4 times as big, but it only creates a crater 15 meters wide, nowhere near the 41 meters of Megumin's one-hit wonder. If you didn't notice earlier, the crater formed from her explosion magic is very atypical. It's extremely large, but really shallow. There's barely any depth in any of the craters. In comparison, the Mark 84's crater is 11 meters deep. we have to find something else. Something better.
Something big, bold.
May I suggest?
The GBU-43B, also known as the mother of all bombs, and looks like something Shrek would bring into the bedroom, weighing 9,800 kilos and having the equivalent explosive power of over 10,000 kilos of TNT. It sounds like it was named by a nanomachined US senator.
Making the mother of all omelets here, Jack.
What makes it special is the fact that it was designed for maximum surface damage, minimal ground damage, which is exactly what we're looking for. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot of info available to anyone that isn't a member of the US government. So, unless someone can get me in contact with either Joe Biden or Senator Armstrong, there's a lot of assumptions incoming. And shitty back of the napkin math. If you're an academic or actually care about credibility, just cover your ears and enjoy the moving pictures. Let's determine how powerful Megumin really is. From this document, there was a study conducted that showed the effects of various amounts of TNT detonated just above ground. I'm going to assume that the ratio of the diameter of the crater and explosive content is constant. But in reality, as explosive content increases, the diameter would increase at a decreasing rate. But I'm not gonna do that. From these two data points, we plot a straight line graph and figure out the other bits of the equation. Putting it all together, we have this equation. Adding 41 meters in, we conclude that Megumin's explosion has the power of 13,802 kilograms of TNT. Now, unless someone is willing to release confidential military documents on the Minecraft server to help me make part 2 of this video, I guess we're gonna have to conclude it here. With basic math and so many assumptions that I sound like I actually know what I'm doing, we conclude that Megumin is 1.2 times as powerful as the mother of all bombs. Source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
走り出せ